Adam Turner, PGC Basketball. Welcome back to another edition of Sunday Set, where we bring you the key actions and key plays from all of the key games. And right now, we're going to bring you a play that happened in the Game 4 76ers win over the Brooklyn Nets. And this play actually was on the Nets' end, and even though they lost the game, it was a really key play down the stretch that gave them the lead with under a minute to play. So let's jump right in. You can see Embiid turns the ball over, and Russell ends up getting the basketball. And what this action was it was a pick and pop that ended up being a backdoor cut for Joe Harris, which he finished off, gave Brooklyn a 1-point lead, and really put a ton of in-game pressure on the 76ers. Before we jump into that specific play, we have to understand how NBA teams cover the pick and pop. So right here, this is an example of how the Pistons cover a pick and pop. So as you can see, as the ball screen's set, they're going to show out high and hard, putting pressure on the ball handler. And then instead of allowing that pick and pop pass to happen, they're going to recover to the passing lane. And as you can see right here, that puts a lot of pressure on the pass, doesn't allow a quick snap pass to be made back to the shooter, and actually right here ends up being a turnover. So for Atkinson and Joe Harris, this is really smart. They understand Harris led the NBA in three-point shooting percentage, and they know how the Sixers are going to cover him in pick and pop situations. They're going to show hard like you see Redick doing right here, and they're going to recover to the body so that they don't give up that snap pass back for a pick and pop three. And so what does Harris do and what does Atkinson do? Well, they understand the tendency, the defensive coverage for the Sixers, and they dial up this pick and pop into a backdoor cut. And what's really interesting is this is not something they did at all in the regular season. It's something that Atkinson and the Nets have put in specifically for this series, and it's actually gotten them a few easy baskets, including that one in Game 4 that was in a huge moment. You can see this one earlier in the series in Game 2, same action, pick, pop, recovering to the body, backdoor cut to take advantage of that overplay. And this is an action that I first noticed Charlie Villanueva doing, and it was something that he picked up on later in his career. As somebody who was a pick and pop shooter, he noticed that guys would over recover to his body a ton, and there would be opportunities for him to cut to the basket and get to the rim. And so Lawrence Frank, when he actually coached him with Detroit, he would call this the Charlie V. As a player who's a great shooter and gets into pick and pop situations, or coaches that have pick and pop shooters, this is a must add into your package. This can be ran throughout the course of a game, or it could be a read that you make as a player, or as a coach, it could be something that you dial up late in the game because you see the defense is overplaying your pick and pop, and you can get an easy two, just like Atkinson and the Nets do here. As a player or coach, if you're interested in thinking the game at a higher level, if you want to understand how defenses are playing you and what the counters are to those defenses, you have to go to pgcbasketball.com right now and check out any of our point guard college sessions this summer across the country. If you like this video, hit subscribe on the screen right now for our full Sunday Set series on our channel. We also come out with a new one every Sunday. You'll also have access to our Monday Move series. Click on the screen right now. We put up 2 free Monday moves for you, James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, to prime you for their games tomorrow.